change some settings. Let's just change some audio. Sound devices. Should be it. Okay. So we'll go there. Okay. Oh God, all over the place. Right. Good morning, pilgrims. This is daily life. I'm daily life. I probably prefer that one. Today we are doing some what we always do in the morning. Start the day as we mean to go on. Bit of Red Dead Online, but at the moment we are looking for the legendary creatures because it's good to have a hobby. If you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe. Any comments are greatly appreciated in the comment section, or tell me to my face, whatever you prefer. Some of my marks on my map have been rubbed off. What was I going to say? Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is enjoying the current climate. So first of all, we're going to go to Harriet and do some missions because I read an article, listened to an article on YouTube yesterday that was quite useful in the knowledge for the knowledge of spawn rates of legendary creatures, which is always a good bit of knowledge to have. So we'll go to Harriet, plot a route. We'll do a few Harriet missions, see if the information that I was passed was accurate. If it is, we'll carry on as we mean to go, and then we'll go to a part of the map and sit there and implement the way the other YouTuber suggested to hunt. So that's what we'll do. I just want to find a pen because I smudged off some marks I made on my map, which isn't a huge problem, but don't really want them to. I made them for a reason, so okay. Let's see what I'll close that curtain so I can actually see. See a bit better. That's good. That's good. So let's. Okay. So last night I did a Dark Souls 2 Scholar of Sin hour on Twitch. That button doesn't actually do anything. Just, you know, where is it? Yep. So I did an hour on Twitch last night, Dark Souls. I opened up the shortcut to a boss, which was a sort of secondary objective that I wanted to get done. I only did an hour yesterday because Strictly was on, and it was a final, so I watched that, and it was a great surprise. And I was talking to myself about the I'm going to get killed because it's in a swamp, but there's one right now. That's a great start to the day. Oh. It's moving. Don't wanna die. Good. Well, that's a great start to the morning. I have to skin it because I can't pick it up. Okay. Let's see if I can get my horse to meet. Oh, and there's that as well. Let's drop that. Pick that up. So, collectible flower. And a skin. A legendary skin, that is a great start. Now I've just got to get onto dry land without getting killed, because my horse doesn't like being amongst the alligator swamps. Right, okay, back to what I was talking about. I was talking about, I did a Twitch stream last night, and I don't know if I will continue to do Twitch streams because there's various logistical issues in Twitch streams compared to YouTube streams. If I want to archive my stuff, like have it so people can see it days after my stream, I have to pay for it, which I'm not really. I have X amount of cash to spare on stuff like this, and that wouldn't be how I would want to spend my little cash that I do have. Two, Twitch is a very streaming centric, a very game centric channel, but an argument for it is, well, I am streaming games, which I understand. The other reason Twitch is less known than YouTube, everybody watches YouTube, and so I would have far more reach doing my vlog and streaming. At the moment, the vlog and the streaming are one in the same thing because it's easier time-wise, effort-wise, content-wise to do it that way. What else was I going to say? YouTube archives the stuff. It takes 24 hours and it's there. I subscribe to YouTube already. It doesn't have any impact on being able to work that I stream. It's just more, it's a more inclusive system and it's more thought out. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, you fucking idiot, mate. Yep. No, okay, we'll do it this way then. Yeah, so currently I'm thinking of just doing working on YouTube, which for now, until I get big and get a good PC or something that I can run games that people actually want to watch as opposed to stuff I want to play, I think YouTube is going to be the easier, more cost-effective unit. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably continue the Dark Souls stream on YouTube or start a new one, but I haven't made that decision yet. So that's what I was mulling over yesterday. So we've just killed the sun gator. Harriet missions. I'm not seeing it on my yet to complete. Sun gator. Oh, okay. I could have sedated and sampled it because I had to tick those things off. No problem. So I'll give this to your man because he constantly complains if I haven't got.
Before too long. Impressive. Not seen one like this before.
Right. Okay. So the plan is to Harriet do some, because I was told yesterday that think it's that. I'm on it, but I can't. Not box, there it is. Categories. Ooh, I've got slugs. Why? Poison arrows? Small game arrows? What the holy fuck? This is marvellous. Good, okay. Level 42, that must be why I got new gear. So yeah, we're going to go to Harriet, we're going to see if something I was told yesterday is accurate. Should be, otherwise I'll be annoyed and I'll write in strongly worded email. Because people like that. Oh, you twat, what? Come on, come around here. Don't. Come on. It's too early to fuck about. So let's go to Harriet. Let's see. I bet I have to. Oh, that was a great start. Legendary straight away. It was a sun gator. Yeah, I say pity. It's I've got a gator on my list, but I haven't had yet. So I just would have liked the other alligator. But at the end of the day, it's a video game, so can't really complain. Not going to shoot anything just yet because I want to go to Harriet without getting told off. That's the general idea. Otherwise I've got to wait 15 minutes. Or no, go to a new server. I can go to a new server and in theory that changes her mood. That bear's running off, so that's alright. Yeah, so after every stream that I do, run away. I don't want to kill anything because I need Harriet to be in a good mood. What makes it more difficult because she kicks off. I think it's strange that I'm trying not to offend a computer game woman. I'm actually bothered about what she thinks. It's just something I find odd at 9:45 on a Sunday morning. So,
I can help you find it.
why is he being a twat? Come on.
You planning to say hello or just
I
drop
guess,
by?
patience, woman. I'm just trying to calm my horse. Good boy.
I keep hearing about some vicious traveler bleeding my poor friends. Turns out it's you. Explore, examine, lots to look at here.
So she did have a go. Good. That's awesome. No.
I keep hearing rumors about this majestic bear. Would make
Golden
for
Spirit Bear
fascinating
is
study
such a
material.
bastard. Shapakuga, I think I've done Shadowbuck. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm looking at my lists, because I've done all the Harriet missions. I just want... Oh, right, okay, Shadowbuck is probably the easiest one to do.
I had a wonderful experience last night. A group of chipmunks, a scurry of chipmunks, I
Oy
should
vey.
say,
Right,
sensed I was
so as I was
cold
saying,
and came to sleep with me. Such
when
a
I finished...
gentle and
Oh,
generous
I'll wait
act.
till she shut up.
We cannot abandon this work. It's too important. But I'm short on deer samples. There have been sightings of an impressive buck that should make interesting study material, if you think you can track it down for me. If we keep pushing and work together, there's really no knowing how far this journey will take us.
Okay, right. So, as I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted, after each stream, I always sort of call my brother, because he knows a lot more things about the subjects that I often talk about than I do. And so I will talk to him after the fact, strangely, to say, oh yeah, I talked about this today, I talked about that, or what did you think about the stream? Did you like it? And he is a... Right, okay, just got to slay everybody here. He is a... I use my... Not I use my brother, I regard my brother as a... as a foil, to make sure I've got my facts right, or that I shouldn't say this or I shouldn't say that.
You ain't long for this life, you no good bastard.
Oh, is that how you refer to your betters? Okay. And when I've talked about big subjects, not like Jesus or anything, but sort of important subjects, I always wait for the wait for the debrief from my brother, because I value his opinion, and usually once he has got a way of explaining things that make me understand it easier, or as we've spoken about in the past, have me challenge my default settings, which is a nice thing to be able to say that, oh yeah, I've managed to do this and managed to do this because of what you've said and how you've changed my idea of things. And let me try this. Right, two. Come on. So far. Okay, come on. Now, the mission fails, you do the thing, and your guy is here. So yes, I've got the pelt. That's okay, because I did have a concern about how closely the mission fails or ends after you've done the thing. So some of the stuff that I talk about on my streams, as in, I don't know, Black Lives Matter, whatever it is, I don't necessarily look up the answers to the questions that I ask, which, if I wanted to spend all my time reading things on the internet, I might as well take up a degree class, go back to school and all that. But the stuff that I mention, talk about, whatever, is my opinions on the matter and my sort of my observations. Some of it might be sort of not very well thought out. Some of it might just be ranting because I got hurt by a woman in the past, or some of it might be just my inherent lack of being a particular minority or whatever it is. So it's good to have somebody in my corner who says, no, that's not how it works, you need to think of it this way, or you need to look at this, or... So I'm very grateful for having for want of a better term, an editor in my corner, or somebody to say, no, this isn't right. I can't think of a good word for it. A foil, an editor. They're as good as a word as I can juice. So, camp 5 quill. Christ. Okay, I need to run in sometimes. Yeah. So what was I saying? We talked about, what did we talk about yesterday? We talked about karma and its implications. And my brother raised a point that
Supplies are
does
good.
my
I'm a
karmic
happy man.
interest
Excellent. Thank you.
circumvent or go around or whatever the fact that I eat meat, because
Very nice.
vegans eat meat, vegans eat vegetables, and they eat vegetables because they don't enjoy
you
either
don't see
the
one of these
farming
every
processes
day.
or the cruelty to animals or whatever it is. But if I believe in karma, well, I said this to him. I said I take and borrow elements of religions to make something that I can actually, wrong button, that I can get behind. Which is a way of doing things which works for me. I'm really sort of making a hash job of talking about what we talked about last night. It's probably because I haven't had anything to eat yet, and it's still quite early, but the general gist of what I was talking about after broadcast with my brother was that I should do more looking around for more resources to answer my questions, and then talk about it if I need to on stream. And that makes perfect sense. I will endeavour to look at that. So I've got a more informed set of evidence behind the stuff I say or the stuff I think. But that's everything that I do is, for want of a better word, opinion piece. And yes, I understand that if you have an opinion, that's your, people are entitled to their opinions, believing in God, not believing in God, eating whatever they want to do, dress how they want to do, be whichever type of person they want to identify as. If I'm speaking about a subject that I don't partake in, if I don't have any experience in, I mean, I can talk about the army, I can talk about being a medic, I can talk about games, I can talk about workaway, I can talk about being a bisexual white man with an element of not backup, but experience, knowledge, But I can't talk about being a trans subscriber or, I don't know, a black woman or somebody who does their thing in a wheelchair, because I have no experience of that. So all I can do is read sources. Obviously, your sources are where you get your stuff from. That is a big thing. So if you're talking about like Black Lives Matter, you're not going to get your sources from Nazi Today, because that would be biased. So you have to think about where your stuff comes from. And that is another, that's a whole subject in itself. So you've got to be very, not careful, but you have to read sort of both sides. You've got to read as Barney would say, you've got to read the left side and the right side, and then somewhere in the middle is the actual goings on.
Really ain't got nothing to complain about.
And stuff like Facebook and stuff like Instagram or whatever, that doesn't help the matter. I was sent a video of, I think it was like gender equality or, yeah, gender equality, all that type of stuff, or trans rights, or it was something along those lines. And I couldn't actually learn anything from that video because I was just bombarded with stuff that I didn't understand or didn't think was necessary. The person in the video was a trans subscriber, as far as I'm aware, but I had difficulty making out what they were saying, not because they were foreign but just because stuff they were saying, I don't know whether it was a dig at another group of people or whether it was just some trans words that I have not come across. It was trying too hard, in my humble opinion. I'll use the O word there. Obviously, if you are part of this club, you'll probably love it, and you'll think, oh yeah, totally, I totally know what they are going on about. But I found it really hard to sort of process the facts, the data in there. Whether there actually was any, I couldn't tell you. I can't recall anything that this person was saying. There was a person in red, and then there was a person in black, and they were the same person, but they were making a point about how the different types of trans people you get. There's like, I don't know, they were going on about Jermaine Greer as well, and I thought they were talking about radical feminists and not really answering questions that I wanted answered. So maybe I will look for something which isn't theatre and actually somebody sat at a table with somebody else and talking about the things that I want to know.
Are you lonely? Is there some deep truth missing in your life?
So yeah, that was
You think I don't know when you hurt
oh,
my
give
friends?
over, woman.
I always know.
Do you?
I
Do you know?
sincerely hope
Right.
you're here on friendly terms.
Oh, good. She hasn't sprayed me.
A spectacular cougar has been spotted. If you could try to track it down for me.
See, she was giving me grief there, even though I've changed servers, and the guy I read yesterday said that that wouldn't happen. So yes, the point that I wanted to check, as in you could kill them and then take them to your guy. Was so yeah. This all of these legendary creatures. There's like 12 of them. They are just free money. Basically, you just farm them. Obviously, you'll die a few times. They're just free money. So I've got an app on my phone which I'm going to look to see.
I'd offer you some acorns, but I
Would
just
you
ran
really?
out.
Oh, there's a bear. Oh, there's a bear. Can't remember if there's a cougar as well outside Blackwater. Okay. So let's see.
There are no wrong answers, only questions and more questions. Truth is an idea, not a goal.
6 p.m. to 9 p.m. stormy weather. Right. Okay. So that's not. Let's take a screenshot of that so then I can. We want to go to Blackwater. Go back home. Great Plains. Where is that? What part of town is that? That's West Elizabeth. Okay.
These swamps and rivers host so many.
Oh. Ooh. They answered questions. No, I won't say they answered questions. This person on this gender video that I sent yesterday talked about the phrase that people use, like a woman trapped inside a man's body, and how one group say that's just a load of old shit, and some say it's accurate. The person on the video stated that there was some evidence to suggest that a male brain and a female brain are different, as in there's more grey matter or more white matter in particular gender of brain. So, but there must have been papers written about that, which that's great, well done. But when they said, "Oh yeah," I'm trying to recall what I actually heard and what sort of was all just clowning around and slagging off the other group. The person on the video didn't. I don't think she believed that, or one of these groups didn't believe that it's an actual thing to have a man's mind stuck in a woman's body, or vice versa. And the woman drew on her own. The person drew on her own. Their own. Fucking, that's complex, isn't it? Drew on their own way of looking at things to say that because it's such a complex notion that they use almost symbolism and symbolism to make it a bit more understandable, which again I don't have a problem with. So yeah, I might have to rewatch it, pause it, write stuff down, but I want to find a video made by somebody who's I mean, I don't want to say actually sort of bothered and not just wants to be in a pantomime, because I don't think it was entirely necessary. I just want to know the answers to the questions. I don't want to have to wade through all sorts of fucking innuendo but again, that could be me just being sort of uninformed and not necessarily a bigot. I don't think I'm a bigot at all. But yeah, it was a very sort of, not complex, but it was not particularly easy to watch or understand the point that was trying to be put out there, which I mean, I don't really care, but when you're trying to sort of make yourself a bit more knowledgeable or a bit more I don't know, understanding, or more sort of, yeah, I don't know, I can't even word. It's 10:15 on a Sunday morning and I'm doing sort of deep trans right stuff and I think, oh Christ, it's Quaker's Cove. Where's Quaker's Cove? Okay. So what I'm doing now, I've got points where this cougar spawns on my map, and I'm going to go around them until I find this cougar to see how accurate this article that this guy wrote. Make sure I've got my good gun handy. Just going to be on the other side of the time period where the guy said the cougar spawns, but the timings where these creatures spawn is not necessarily accurate either way. And it's supposed to be cloudy as well, I think. Is it supposed to be cloudy, or is it supposed... Oh no, this is a screenshot. No, that's the actual thing. Stormy weather. Okay, so I'm not going to wait around here for stormy weather. I'm in the middle of a fucking desert, so it's not necessarily... There it is. That's fantastic. heard it and I saw the question mark. Tell me I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. Got you. Yes. Motherfuckers. Ah, that is fantastic news. Come on, off. Right, take one of my celebratory pictures, because this is what I do, because I don't get out much. That is fantastic. So, this guy is. Accurate, viable, so I think I'm gonna I need to check my book because I don't know. Cougar. Oh, that's chipped it off, so I can take him the. I can take him the carcass, and I'll get stupid skills out of it. Okay, so that's the. Yeah, where's me blue pen? Fantastic. So, legendary creatures completed, not that chart. Harriet missions, not that chart. Yet to find, so he can come off that chart. And go on to this chart. Cougar. So I've only killed it, so I need to track. Skin. Photo. Sedate and sample. Basically everything. Right, let's get on your horse. Now, that won't spawn for another... No, not that particular cougar, but another species of cougar won't spawn for 72 hours. That's what I was led to believe. Which isn't a problem because I don't think I have many other cougars to get. Plus I'm not going to bother doing across. So I'm gonna go for. There's a coyote outside Strawberry. I want to do it systematically. Oh no, there's a buck. There's a buck that I can do. So I'm going to just sort out me album, because I take photos, so I've got actual evidence that I've done the thing, which might be a bit of fun, but I might send to Rockstar just to show them. Just to show them that I've enjoyed their game. What? Somebody shouting at me, giving me guff. Snowbuck. Yet to complete. I thought I had the snowbuck. Snow panther. Harriet missions. Snow panther. Yet to complete. Yet to find. Snowflake moose. Snowbuck. Or okay. I might have just written it down wrong. Let's take a... So I think wrong. No. I think I've got that's 16 left now. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 15 left now, apparently. That's good. Can't write today either, clearly. Okay, so I need to go to Manzanita Post. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of this first. So that's a good day. Ooh, caught myself. Don't want to do that. I wonder how many I can catch in one day. I've only got 15 left. I want to not pace myself. I've been pacing myself since fucking COVID started. It'll be dawn soon, so
business years ago. We're going all the way to the top, you and me.
So let's just drop off this gear.
Supplies are looking healthy right now.
No words of encouragement? Right, Manzanita Post. So the first one, the first little marker is there. So okay. Let's see if I can. It's foggy. The one time I've not the one time, but I won't get foggy again for a while because foggy is the rarest weather that you get in this game, and there's animals that only come out in fog or supposedly come out in fog, so it's very... The guy on the video said that I should, while it's foggy, I should go to the place where these animals are spawning, but it's a bit of a money sink just to transport yourself around. What's that? That's something chasing me. Let's stop. Let's stop and see. Get my gun on, that might be... Three-star cougar. So that's a triggered strawberry cougar. Is this a picture or is this the site website? Clear weather, it says. So it's not clear weather currently. Is this the one I was after?
Hey, you there! Don't go stuff in the dark like that.
Yeah, this was the one. Right, so I'm there. I need to go down to... There's a thing in a bend here. So I do it in a circuit. I don't know how long you're supposed to wait at each spawning point. I think if it's not there, I think you just go on. Because my radar is quite... It's quite big and I'm a seasoned naturalist, so I've got gains from it. So there's one up here. Good bear fleeing. That's always a good sign when a bear flees. Rocky Mountain Bull Elk. Right, okay. Wait here for 5 minutes and I'm going to record it. But obviously I won't be able to see it because I'll be busy. Right, back again, back. Hopefully it didn't spawn and then... because that would annoy me if I'd missed it. Plus I can't tell how many people are watching, so... Right, so I'm there. Aura basin, across and then back. Okay, do that a few times. Above the R, okay. Oh, you fucktard. Get up. Come on, up. Stop piss-assing about. You're fucking scared of cougars, you're scared of rocks. I wish I could get a horse that didn't bolt at the slightest fucking thing. The amount of time I spend on the ground for being fucking butt kicked, whatever, is too much. Too much time spent on can't go alligator hunting with him. I can't go cougar hunting with him. He'll fuck off at the slightest bit of scary eyes, which annoys me. But I still love the game. The guy on the video also said that the potions that you get from the woman, Harriet, don't work. Which is great, because I spent stupid money in that shop for potions. And so there's what Rockstar think happens, or they make it so, oh yeah, if you do this, this will happen, and people just buy it. Which, so there's a little thing, is it that? Yeah. Let's just wait here. Got no money. Oh. I'll do a few laps of this little circuit. And then I'll get on with some missions. No, I'll probably go somewhere else actually. I'll do a mission to get money, so I've got money in character. That's there, wasn't it? I'll probably just go straight through. Wander through, wander through. I'll probably see it more likely if I'm in the forest. That poor bastard. Look at that big fella. Can't get that on the back of it. Let's get over to him. Stop the bear, and he's going to kick off. Oh, split two bears. What did I hit then? Ah, stupid horse. Come here. Get. not legendary. I hate killing stuff I don't need to kill because I can't get it on the back. It's alright. Don't be a tart. Right, I'm at a crossroads. Down to that lip bit here. I'll do it like a few more times just to, so I've got like 2 laps of this place. And then I'll move on. There's a coyote to the northeast that I can get. And then there's a buck to the northwest of that coyote. So, oh, and there's a spirit bear as well. They're fucking tough as old fucking boots. I'm glad I've got express ammunition now. Speaking of which, let's improved bow. Small game poison arrows, that'll be good. Repeating shotgun, elephant rifle, rolling block, varmint. It's for repeater, carbine repeater. Slug, 54 slugs. That's tasty stuff. So that's going on. That stays. I'd rather have a slug against a bear, I think.
Hey, let's bring him down.
So this is a random event, so you can only have one random event at a time. That's what this guy said, so let's... Oh, don't. Let's get out of here. So while that gang of robbers is there, there won't be a legendary.
I can't believe it. Easy.
Okay, so that buck, Manzanita Post buck, there's a coyote at Riggs Station. Let's have a look at that. Just trying to navigate around this fucking map. Midnight Pool, okay. So that's the business. Snowflake moose. Snowflake moose. It gets a bit cold up there, doesn't it? Chalkhorn. Tell you what, let's go over here. There's that wolf, or onyx wolf, which has got more sightings, but in a small area. So let's take this back to camp and relocate to somewhere else. Oh, mate. back to camp, do a mission, get some money. So I've got the stuff I need. Ooh, I feel better after that. I mean, my diet is awful at the moment. Which I think I blame COVID. But in the new year I want to start eating a bit more. Healthier. What are all these markers I've got on my map for? That's that, so that I can get rid of that one. I think that's it. Yep. I can't donate meal materials. That's fucking annoying. Oh, Jesus, mate. Oh, so all I can do, because of how this fucking game works, remove the cougar. Drop the cougar. Throw it around like a rugby ball and skin it. That means I can go about doing other things and not have a cougar that I could, a legendary cougar which I could lose. Let's get this dealt with. Right, okay, so what I can do now, where's my horse? There's my horse. I can put this down. There. I wonder if I pick it up. I put it at his feet. Aren't you a fucking precious sausage? I'm just going to leave it there. This... Oh my god, I just want to... No. Right, I've got... Okay, start local delivery.
Good news. We have another batch ready for market. Buyers are lined up not too far from here, so all you have to do is head over and make the sale. I just keep surprising myself. And to think my boss said I'd be a drunken hobo my whole life.
Right, let's see. Come on the track. Come on today. That's it. Please landing. Probably going to be... No, I don't think there's never really a shootout at Thieves Landing. It's nice. Nice change. I mean, shootouts are always good because you get points, you get experience, you collect shit off the dead. Oh, gone the wrong way. No, I can still just... get right on top of the road because... I've got 15 legendaries left. I would be satisfied with getting one a day for the next 2 weeks. But I know that's not really how that works. Are there 2 people on there? Yeah, down there. Oh, nice. Coming in from the... Oh, that's bullets, sorry.
Hello?
New subscriber, Raymond Sorensen. Subscribe to my channel. Well, thank you very much, Raymond. 30? 30? Alright, let's get back on my trusty steed. Trader 5. That's great news. Let's see what happens at 5. I get to dress like that. Ooh, I get a cart. I need 500. Yeah, I forgot. I thought it was only at level 10. That's really good. So I'll unlock that. $500. I'll unlock that. So, horrible gloves. Not really fussed by that. But let's see. Ingredients, satchel, awareness. Train your dog. Special tokens. More special tokens. Level 5. Right, let's go. As we're here, let's see what's at. Thieves Landing. Okay, there's a there is a bison. Let's move. Down onto the other side of the map. See that? That's a Cougar, which has got loads of sightings. Bison. There's a boar. There's a cougar there. What? Apparently there's a bison here. What have I got as a... What's that? Gabbro horn ram. An elk. Azula elk. A coyote, red streak coyote. Is there a low bison on the other page? No, not really. Let me just answer that message, because I was really... Right, right, we're at Thieves Landing. And there is... a boar. Got the boar. There's a cougar at Blackwater, which... I got the cougar at Blackwater. There's a buck at opposite Blackwater, which I haven't got. I seem to think I put on my map that there's a bison near Blackwater, Thieves Landing, but there isn't apparently. So what I will do, I'll go to Rio Bravo because there's a ram and a buck, an elk, sorry, in the same area, so I can do all of those together. Rio Bravo. Right, while I do that, while that's ready, I'm just going to go and find something to eat, and I'll be back momentarily. Oh, right, you know. Oh, thank you. Found myself a mince pie. I thought a mince pie would be thematically quite good to have for my breakfast. Considering it's 11 o'clock in England. So yeah, we're going to go for the ram and an elk because they're really near each other. So that clicking noise, like you hear. Oh, you twat. Ugh. This fucking horse of mine. I don't even know how I do it. Come here, come, just.
Alrighty then.
Right. Yeah. So that clicking you heard was me eating with my headphones on, and they are creaky. They're like boards on a ship, or walking down old stairs. So every time I flex my jaw or tilt my head side to side, you get to hear that, which I think works. Keeps it real. Really raw journalism going on. Oh, makes me laugh. So I've got 8 subscribers now apparently, which I'm really impressed with. I think I know who my latest subscriber is, so that's really good. I'm really pleased, so thank you very much. It all helps. I mean, as I was saying the other day, I'm not planning to be sort of a big internet sensation. I've probably got no interest in that, unless the women's start pouring through the letterbox because they want to get with a 39-year-old bearded fat gamer. I can see that's really sort of. I'm not fat, I'm stocky, that's what we call it. And unfortunately I am 39. But yeah, I'm sure there's somebody out there for me. My mother always used to say, not regularly, but every time we'd sort of meet up, we'd say, "Oh, have you not found a nice girlfriend yet?" I remember when we went to New York on holiday, and not every night in the restaurant, but it was a topic of much discussion when we went to New York. And having my views on humanity and having my views about people doesn't really ingratiate me with going to places to meet people, to have dates with, and I've never really been good at dates. I remember I went on a date with a girl that I fancied when I was in secondary school. I was in the army, I came home and I called her up, and she was just as bad with people as I was, and we went to a restaurant, I picked her up, took her to a restaurant and had our food, and I was so bad at the date, I was back home within an hour. But I think that was my first actual date that I've ever had, because I consider myself being a late developer. Not for anybody's fault. I think the army, what I should have been doing when I was 16 I wasn't doing, and I was doing army stuff, which I chose that. When I was 16 I wasn't interested in girls. I was more interested in playing Dungeons and Dragons and shooting at folk with guns in the dark. Which currently I'm still interested in D&D and shooting at folk with guns in the dark, but less so about women. I mean, I've had a few really sort of powerful relationships in my time, but I'm not one of these people who have to be surrounded by people, or I can't be alone. I actually enjoy my alone time. I enjoy being just me. When I do find somebody, it's really nice, and it's really sort of comforting, and it makes me an infinitely more happy person. But I think that's probably something to do with my personality traits. I have an addictive. Sorry, that sounded like my voice was cracking. I have an addictive personality, so there are elements of relationships that I get addicted to. And that's one of the good things about there is about self-reflection. Self-reflection is a sort of misnomer, because you can't reflect on somebody else. So you can only reflect on yourself. If you look at a mirror, there's only you in it. So to self-reflect is almost like a double negative. So reflecting on you, to have these relationships, to have them not fall apart, but have them sort of make you more aware of the condition. I say the condition. It's not like, oh, got a wooden leg or whatever. The human condition, how human minds work and all of this. It's useful, because if I didn't have these relationships, I wouldn't know that I have. It would be less obvious to me that I have an addictive personality. So yeah, I'm not really sort of looking. That's the thing. My mum always used to say that if you look for it, you're never going to find it. But if you let it happen, just go about your day doing whatever you're doing. But you've also got to apparently put yourself out there, which I don't. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not in any whiny bitch groups. I'm not on sort of UK hill walking singles over 40s. I did have a look at a group like that briefly, and it was almost as bad as Grindr. Nobody should sort of be alone or not have anybody to talk to, but I think you go about it in different ways. Grindr is an app for the homosexual gentleman, and their hobbies, and it works. I've met a few people on Grindr, but you get bored of people that message you and all they say is hi. Not like, hi, how are you, how's your day going, what did you do today, actual conversation. They just put hi, and they expect you to just get amongst it, which, whenever I messaged anybody on Grindr, I would say, hi, what are you up to, or engage in the conversation, which you kind of have to do. You can't just, and people would change their profile names to don't just say hi, and you try and make it funny. You try and make the profile name funny, like in maths as a symbol for more than and less than. So I put more than the symbol and hi, or more than hello, or whatever, something like that. And the amount of people who didn't get it, didn't understand, that, I don't know whether it's too sciencey or too geeky, I don't know. Doesn't concern me. But one of the things I'm legitimately looking for is my next partner. I'm not looking for my next partner, but I want my next partner to be smarter than me. Because I think I'm at a level where I'm not necessarily smart, I'm educated, I know a few things, but I wouldn't want to be with somebody who is stupid, like clinically stupid, or less smarter than me, because I think I'm at a benchmark. A happy benchmark where there is an understanding of maths and science, the English language, but not to a great degree. I don't tell people off for using whom incorrectly, but I know what irony is and I know what hyperbole is, and so yeah, I'm not looking, but if there was somebody, I would make a bit more effort. That's a bit Matrix. What's that there? Currently, I don't make any effort. I look like a hobo. I sit in the shopping centre watching people go past eating my donuts like a hobo. I got asked a few times to move on by the RDO security, which was funny. I don't know who it was funny for, not necessarily funny for myself. So there's a deer, that's, where is that? I'm just looking on the map. Not my map, there's a map, an app map. So there's a road that splits, and in that then area. So if I do the ram first, start there, I'll tell you what, basically it's along that coast, so if I go from there to Rio del Lobo Rock, I can just cut across. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I look like a hobo. I have a pair of Velcro sandals, which I used to really sort of mock people who had Velcro shoes. Because I don't know, is it laziness or is it just maybe you didn't learn how to do your shoelaces up? But I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to mock people who can't do their shoelaces up anymore. Not that I used to sit at home writing material about people who can't do their shoelaces up, because I'm sure there's a Facebook group about reprobates who can't do their shoes up. But I chose these. They're hiking sandals, apparently. That's what not the kids call it, but that's what I shall refer to them as. I bought them because they are not tight on my feet, and my feet swell when I hike. Oh, can I get on there? It's very dark. So yeah, my feet swell, and these sandals were really good. And they were cheap, and to a degree they are not waterproof, but they are water resilient because they've got so many gaps, and your feet would dry the shoes. So yeah, I like them. So for a long time I was wearing sandals and socks and Velcro sandals, and yeah, I wasn't surrounded by women who wanted to get some, which I can understand. You understand that when you look like me. But I'm sure if I started going to bars, just the thought of going to bars disgusts me. But then again, I don't want to meet somebody from New Haven. Unless you... It's difficult to explain. But every county, every whatever, has a town like New Haven. A cross between fucking Mos Eisley and Beirut. But New Haven's worse. And yeah, I'm not interested in somebody from New Haven. Just as, I mean, they might be classically trained dancer who plays magic of Persian descent, and they might live in New Haven, and I think that, fuck it, not interested in that. Which is a shame how one town can fuck things up. But let's see if I can go down here. But I'm a firm believer, as I was talking about the other day, I'm a firm believer in my so where did I go? Where was that? Was that? I've been there already, so I need to go in this direction. Because there's Ram, apparently. Oh no, you could just follow the road, Adam. Let's see. That. Can I go any closer? There's this bit here. Let's go this way. Dawn. Almost dawn. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that the universe will provide what I need when I need it. So when it's time for me to stop doing work away and actually settle down, I'm sure the universe will show me it is. And I'm not sort of counting down the hours, I mean, nobody counts down the hours to those sorts of things. Nobody's counting down the hours until Jesus comes back. So I'll be waiting a long time, I think. Do you think there's Jews that think, oh, maybe we've made a mistake? Because the Jews / Romans put Jesus to the cross and they didn't believe that he was the Messiah. Okay. But there must be people, you know how there's people who are raised, I think, with the religion, but they don't believe in it, and they're not practicing. That's the word I was struggling for. I'm sure there are Jews that think, oh, I made a grave mistake. Or perhaps he was. But if he was, and they did, would you not just come back and say, look, motherfuckers, I'm the guy, I'm Spartacus, and let's get some stuff going on. Can't see where that is. It's oh no. That's on the bottom, just outside Fort Mercer. Okay. No, no, no. Cougar. That's like, I wish there was an app for bisexual people. Not just a gay app, not just a plenty of fish app or a Tinder. But an actual app for bi people. I mean, it probably is. There's probably an app, but I don't think I've typed in bisexual into Google Play. It's not Google Play, but Google Marketplace, or whatever the place where you get your apps from on Android. There's something down there as well. The whole bi thing, which, because I am bi, I can talk about this. I particularly go through phases where I'm more gay one week or more straight the next week. I don't think you can be just proper bi all the time. I think it'd be difficult because it's not difficult, but the logistics of it, to get those two very different groups of people together to work with you at the same time, difficult. So it's easier to do one week and one the next week, I think. But that's just my opinion. I'm probably going to the wrong clubs, or not going to clubs. There's a road, there's a track, there's tracks up here. Is that Mercer Station? I think it is Mercer Station. And there's a stag. It's like there. Okay. Because I'm not seeing any of this ram. I think once we've done this stag stuff up yonder, we'll go to somewhere else. We've got money for stables. I've got not a mantra, but the thing I say all the time is, as long as they're happy or as long as they're healthy, words to that effect. So when people say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, or I'm into these people, or whatever, as long as you're happy and you're healthy, that's the main thing. Because life's too short not to be happy and healthy. Right, that doesn't go the same for pedos or rapists, but it goes for non-sexual predators. I think people wouldn't pick an argument with me about that. Otherwise, they should take a good hard look at themselves. I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't know. I mean, the video I watched yesterday about legendaries in Red Dead said that it's purely random. There is no sort of thing that you can do to make it happen any quicker. I was lucky. I have had two today. One was as soon as I spawned in, and I already had it, and one legendary that I didn't have, but because of this map thing. So I can't necessarily. I mean, it's random. You can't really sort of science random because the whole RNG involved in spawning legendary creatures. It's man-made, so it's not going to be properly random. Which people forget, and for people who don't know what RNG means, it's random number generation. So when you're waiting for a weapon to drop in Warcraft or a van to pass by in GTA, it's all written algorithms of a random number generation. And it's very sort of, there's obviously criteria which you can meet, be in a certain place at a certain weather time to make it increase. But looking at my papers and my charts for these creatures, I don't think any of them have spawned when they were supposed to, or when it has been noted that they spawn. So I'm not totally convinced by that method. Okay, let's have a look. Turn the map over to the busier side. In Amberino on Grizzly's west, which is the top of the map, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the west, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the east and in the mid. I've got like 1, 2, 3 in the south, and I've got 1, 2, 3 in the bottom west. So, just wait here a minute and see before I go further north. Is that Collar Springs? What's he saying? Okay, so we're all about here. So if I go there, you know what? I have to redo that because I don't want to go into town. So if I go, there and then into Twin Rocks. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. My brother has just said to me, because this is why not why I have them around, but this is why I talk to my brother after every stream to sort of not open my eyes but make me aware. And he's just stated that people with arthritis are people who would have trouble with shoelaces. So yeah, I've probably alienated some of the arthritic community from watching my streams. But seriously, if you do have a medical condition and it stops you doing your shoelaces up, I am sorry for ripping a piss out of you. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just ranting to myself. Yeah, so yeah, apologies. I wasn't thinking, or not thinking hard enough. That's what I will not say in my defence, but I'll just add, and then I won't mention it again. I mean, there must be other groups of people who can't do their shoelaces up for legitimate reasons. Like amputees. I was going to say people with no legs would have problems doing their shoelaces up, but they would probably have wooden legs, wouldn't they? Or prosthetics. You can do your shoelaces up if you close your eyes, because of muscle memory, so like the newly blind. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't sort of mock amputees or the newly blind, because well, I'd say I'd feel bad and I'd get cancelled, but nobody watches this, so unless one of my 8 subscribers are newly blind or an amputee. But maybe I could have them on as an interview, because one thing my brother did say that really did not resonate, but really sort of made me think, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I could have these, not minority groups, because I think that's a bit of a word, isn't it? I know that sentence doesn't make any sense, but I think it's a word that has not necessarily connotations, but I think there must be a better word that you can use than minority groups. Because to me, being a 40-year-old white male, it conjures imagery. I don't know if that is even racist or narrow-minded. So it's difficult. I mean, when I was in the army, I see it as me going. I do say to myself, I can't blame the army for everything that comes out of my mouth or happens to me, because it's not. The army has very little to do with all of that type of stuff. But to finish off what I was saying, the amount of insults we used to call each other being in the army, you wouldn't be able to say. Even back then, you wouldn't be able to say it because it would be sort of uncalled for, but I think because the people you were working with, like the Jamaicans or the Fijians, I had a guy from Shanghai as well. I think they understand. Well, there's me doing assuming, because I'm not that group. We assumed that they took it as a joke or took it how it was meant. But that's the thing. That's how bullying starts, because it's a joke that goes too far, or a joke that the party that it's aimed at doesn't appreciate it. And so, but not in my defence, but just to sort of add a bit more depth to it, they would mock us. They would use words that they had for us. I mean, nobody threw around the N-word, because I mean, TJ and Lindy Pennell and Baroness Havu, they were really sort of important friends of ours, and you wouldn't sort of, even if you were calling someone the N-word because you disliked them, I wouldn't feel comfortable calling somebody the N-word pronounced correctly if they were my best friend, because it's not something that I would feel comfortable with. There's something outside there. See, I'm not seeing any of these bucks or rams. It's a wider area, so Tell you what, let's go to... Let's go to Aberino. Oh dear. Poke my eye out with the mic. There's a big bear outside Valentine, which I've been more sort of comfortable chasing after. I might try that first. Because the thing with these legendary creatures, if you're fighting amongst trees and rocky paths, you are hindered, you are almost handicapped by the scenario and by the environment. But if you're out on the big plain, the Great Plains, and you're hunting bison, the weaponry that I have works better at range than it does close up. So, yeah. So that's the thing. Let's see. 2 people in the chat. Considering one of them's me, and I assume the other one is Barney. Let's just wait to... 8 subscribers. Yeah, it's real. Check me out. 8. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it's all fucking snowy up here. Oy vey. Come on, you. Right, I am... Oh, there's a fast travel. So let's just go to fast travel, and then we can... Between 6 AM and 9 AM, and between 6 PM and 9 PM. And this is the Marble Fox? Yeah, Marble Fox. So let's... Well, there's loads of rivers intersecting, and that's there. Okay. Is that my hoof prints? My boot prints? I have an empty ability card slot. Okay, that's good news. Let's see. I've not got... I don't think I've got enough money to... Gunslinger. When dueling... Yeah, I don't really want... Can't do that one. I don't want... I haven't got enough money for that. XP required. I haven't got enough money for that. Upgrade. Right, I don't fully understand all that, so I'm going to leave that. Try and find a video on it, because it's really complex. Another guy. What's that? Not legendary. The guy on a video that I was watching said it's easier to do hunting out here because you can see the tracks really, but I don't think that's legitimate. You can't see what you're going to be tripping over. That's a big sort of... Oh, it's not a big thing that I have problems with. It's the first thing that springs to mind. My diction is proper lousy today, but people aren't here for my oration, so if I was rallying crowds to come to my cause, then yes, possibly I would. So this, let's see. Path near a stream. Like this whole target area is like an infinity symbol. So if Rockstar actually used the placing multiple markers down, you could draw it. In theory you can draw it, because you can put multiple markers down, but they're going to be all the same colour, so you wouldn't really know which way you're going. So it's out of that key looking, not outcrop, but just where the borders of the game are. So I'm starting to get more into the zone where this fox appears. Store and get some new food. I'm running out of kidney beans, I think. Am I running out of kidney beans? Yeah. Spider Gorge. See, if I went down Spider Gorge, Dead Boot Creek area, I could look for this to Lake Isabella. I want to go this way. If you're going to take me that way, yep, I'll do this. Because then I can look for the map, the bison. But yeah, so far 2 legendaries, which is not bad. One of which I hadn't had, and one of them I have had. So yeah, that is a been a productive morning, I think. At some point I'm just going to sit and farm legendaries off Harriet's list, because it's a good money spinner. While doing trader missions, I've unlocked the first store cart, which I'm impressed with. So as soon as I've got $500, I could get the store cart, the mid. I forget what it's called. Trader cart. time does this one come out? 9 PM to 6 PM. Okay, so that's... We're getting near the time where this bison is supposed to spawn. This is nice. So I'll do a lap of this area, the points in this area where it's marked for spawning. Why didn't it just take me around the short way? I'm going back the way I came. Yeah, I'm going to do a lap around here, and then 10 past 12ish, I'm going to knock up my head. And then this afternoon, I think we will, this afternoon time, what is that? Oh. I think we will get back onto Neo and continue grinding the little area that we are in. Fighting revenants, getting gear, or I might do an episode of Dark Souls on YouTube because I've opened up the shortcut to the boss door. Might do a bit of both, but we'll start with Neo tonight. I'll probably do it earlier because there's nothing on TV, and makes it easier on me. A few things around. There's a thing. Right, I put this nub. He spawns here, so. Express bullets on. Make sure I've got my mic near my mouth, that always helps. Go up there, let's see what these markers were. Oh, they're right down here, aren't they? So that's the cougar. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. That just confuses the matter. If there's markers that I'm not using. my tracks? They look fast and horse-like, so... So yeah. I can't think which is the first... Oh, I know which is the first boss in Neo. There's a big yokai with two, like prisoner ball and chains on his wrists. And that boss was definitely the first, or the most enjoyable boss that I got to deal with in Neo. So I'm not going to get there tonight. Dead Boot Creek. But it'd be interesting to see. I'm going to level up. I'm going to get some ninja stuff going first before I start any boss. Because I want to know his weaknesses. I think he's just weak to fire. So it'll give me a chance to get some like fire spells or fire weapons. Right, so dead boot thing, and there's this bit here, so I'll go back to there. I might, when I play tomorrow, I'll probably do a few laps in the south, southeast, because there's a few animals. Oh, there's a fox. There's a fox, a coyote, and a panther that I haven't got, apparently. So, yeah, that'll be tomorrow's. Plan. I'll just follow the side of Lake Isabella because and then yeah, we'll grind steadily to a halt. I don't know why I bought all those potions off Harriet. I was under the impression that they actually did something, but the guy whose YouTube video I watched about like tips and tricks to get legendaries said that they don't work. But again, that's his data. He might be again with the random number generation thing. The random number generation thing. Slurring my speech. His data that he recorded won't be the same as my data that I would record. So it's very sort of, I think it's difficult to say that a potion doesn't work unless Rockstar actually said no, it doesn't work, we just put it in for people to sink their money into. Right, I'm going to call it here. It's just, yeah. I've been Daily Life. This has been Red Dead Online. And thank you very much. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comment section. If you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back tonight with Neo. Continue on in that Let's Play, air quotes. And I will see you all another day.